Good morning. This is Morning Sky. I'm your host, Sky. Okay. Cardi B took the stand yesterday in a civil suit, not a criminal suit, but a civil suit against a security guard, last name Ellis. It was alleged that Cardi B scratched her face, assaulted her, pummeled her. And I am not buying that. I'm going with Cardi B, not because I like her music, not because she, is a bubbly, really kind of like a happy-go-lucky kind of person, but because I think she is stating facts. She's saying like very simply like how long her nails are and the different wigs she wears to court. That became part of the questioning period, and she had to answer for her appearance. That was pretty interesting. She was very confident. She took the stand and was very, she didn't, fret, or she didn't back away, or run away from any of the questions that were posed to her. That I think shows strong. I'm stupid. I'm just taking what I can see, because the Ellis woman, like, it just doesn't seem like she's telling the truth. And Cardi, I think, is telling the absolute reality of what happened. This is like this is going on 7 years ago. I think this happened in 2018. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct my dumb ass if I'm wrong, but I think this happened in 2018. Um, so she had a pixie cut one day. Then she comes to court with another long flowing Maryland a wig that was blonde. So she completely switched up her style. So, but the attorney, I didn't catch the name, but the attorney was asking her, how long are your nails? Did that play a part in the incident? And Cardi B was just like, hey, look, they're less than an inch. They're probably 1 inch, maybe. They're not that long. Are they pointy? The only artist, the attorney said, and the artist, Cardi B, said, she said, they're more rounded. They're like circular. I think she was like oval, but that that is the sense that I got from Cardi B. Um, it just seems I was like surprised to see a usually lawyers say, no, don't take the stand. You don't want to take the stand. Maybe in a criminal suit, they would have probably advised her not to take the stand. But in a civil suit, yeah, she's gonna get up there and tell her truth. Tell the truth. Um, that's just the truth of all of this. That's what I think is going to aid her in her fight against this security guard. She was at the OB-GYN offices, I believe somewhere in California, and the security guard took it upon him, herself, excuse me, to confront, allegedly, Cardi B. So that's the very strange part about all this. It's like it's almost like a circus again. You go with another high profile celebrity, being subjugated to more legal actions. This will never stop. The BS, the river through which this BS flows will forever be, in abundance. It will forever flow, it will ever cast down, cascade. You know, um, I think Cardi B is one of the best artists of the last 20 years, and I know I'm gonna get clowned for that. Okay, great, well, whatever. She had Invasion of Privacy. That was 7 years ago. I know that for a fact. 2018. And she made platinum or diamond on every song on the album. You can call her an industry plant. You can call her, just a run the mill. Doesn't have skills. Has a lot of writers. Has people behind her, that are protecting her and preserving her sound. But she has to be the one that gets up on the stage in her, wigs and her, dresses and skirts and stuff like that. She has to be the one that actually has to do the work, even if it's written by somebody else. So that's just the truth. But her taking the stand, I think that shows a level of maturity and growth. I'm stupid. Please correct me. Say I'm an idiot. Say, Sky, you don't know what you're talking about. It seemed like she was very upfront and honest and not, trying to cower. She They asked her, do you know about discovery? And he said some very technical term that only legal teams and people that were involved in the legal process would understand. And she was like, no, I never heard of that before. No, I never heard of that before. And she was like, okay, I've seen these documents before. And like, I'm just picking up vibes. I'm picking up honesty vibes from Cardi B. And I think this whole case is gonna be tossed out. I think the plaintiff is not going to get a red cent from Cardi B. She tried, but I don't think she's going to have the stamina to stay up with it. Cardi B is going to look at this and say, this is more material for my album. I think it might be finished. What is it? Am I the drama? Taken from a drag queen or something like that. So that's just how I see it anyway. Cardi B has, legions of fans and supporters, haters. I'm not a fan of hers, but I'm a supporter of Cardi B. I like her style. I like how she, came in the game and just she evolved from, a stripper and then a reality TV show star to a rapper and I guess it's a part-time singer. Um, but she's holding her own. That's what I appreciate about her. She's doing her own damn thing. She's allowing herself to be part of the equation of goodness. That's what I'm getting from her. That's what I'm getting from her. Who knows what Am I the Drama is gonna do? It may not be as successful. Maybe 2 songs will go platinum. Maybe the whole album will go, double platinum instead of what? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm gonna get this. Invasion of Privacy sold. It sold. I'm still looking for it. Hold on. 4 million in the United States of America, and thousands more and millions more across the globe. So she's on it. She's on her Dean. I have to give respect to that. This is not a popular topic. I know. I've noticed. Nobody's in here. I might get 2 views again, but I picked up a subscriber, so I'm not mad. Just inching and crawling. There's no Hail Mary passes. Dozens of yards. This is just incremental every step of the way. All right, enough about me. Cardi B, the lady behind the mic, and the wigs, and the dresses, and the skirts, and I love when she licks her lips. She licks her lips from time to time. It's very intriguing. It's very appealing. I like when she licks her lips. Cardi B though, I don't know, I'm not sure. I didn't do the research, but she may have had a BBL or maybe she didn't. I don't know. She's got a very full derriere, as they say. And she has some ample bosom as well. And this all just, makes up her physical appearance. But her mental status is pretty strong. Like I said, she tells the truth when she's asked to tell the truth, and I'm taking in her words more so than the security guard that alleged that she accosted her. That's where I'm going. Wig swap. Salute to Dot Focus. Oh snap! We got a real one in the building. We got a real one in the building. Dot Focus. Now he goes away, but then it comes back. It's so weird. So I just noticed the salute emoji. There's the one for YouTube has a full face and then the right hand on top of the head. But if you go to, I think Apple, I'm pretty sure Apple and other emojis, they had the half face with the right hand to the head. It's weird. I just noticed that. I just noticed that. Has nothing to do with this topic, but I just noticed that. It's definitely different. Exactly. Salute to you, Dot Focus. You're my one and only person. We riding together. I don't care. If you switch out, that's cool too. But we riding together right now. We're cool. But Barty Gang took to the stand. I was like, wow. I haven't seen that in a long time. Like the main artist, like Diddy didn't take the stand. Is a criminal case. That's probably why. But that, that's the issue. Our focus is information on the screen. Hold on. Not on the screen, excuse me. In the live chat. Make sure you go to twitch.tv/DOTFOCUS_/about ABOUT. And you can check out Dot Focus's work that he puts in on this first person shooter game series. Did you know they're dropping a Metal Gear Solid? That was my jam. That was like going back like 25 years. I mean, I played the Metal Gear Solid 2 on PS2. That was cool. You could shoot you could shoot tranquilizer darts at the guard and have them sleep and little Z's would come up. That was the itch. I was thinking the same when I see her in the blonde wig. Yeah, it's crazy. And that was like a sticking point. That was like a point they were trying to make. That the hair and nails. You know. Oh damn, I ain't know. Yeah, I'm a cop that is. Facts, bro. Sneaking up on niggas. And shit. Yeah, that's the whole point of um MGS. Metal Gear Solid wasn't like uh, zombies coming towards you. You have to shoot them all. Like even like GTA, Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I loved your Grand Theft Auto. I love Vice City. I think it's the greatest one. I played a little bit of San Andreas. I played a little of the classic. I think it was GTA 6. But I was like, man, this Metal Gear Solid is the truth. Like when somebody was when one of the what the people in one of your ops, I guess you can say, man, they'd be like, huh? I remember I said like, huh? They'd be shocked, and you had to shoot them or something like that. And I mean, the game was just fun. I mean, there was one point where you were in a cardboard box, and if you were near a dog, the dog would pee on the box. I just like the programming of the game. And if you beat the game, I beat the game in it was like sixth grade. This is like I said, this is going like 25 years ago. This is crazy. But I had a friend actually who got me over this one of the earlier bosses. And anybody remember Ocelot? He was one of the earlier bosses, but this is a different boss. Um, he got me past. I gave him a memory card. Then during lunch, he gave it back. I put it in there. Yeah, yeah, those those P guards. Yep. And then you know, I liked how you had to define the cards. You had to find a different card for each temperature of the places that you went to. It's like if you were outside, the card would be cold like that. If you're inside, the card get warmed up. If I remember correctly, you can correct my dumb ass. But it was like a red, blue, and yellow cards that you had to put into different places. I love that game. It was so awesome. I mean, like the graphics weren't great. Of course, it was the first generation PlayStation, but I'm sure now it looks like you're just stepping into reality. It's virtual reality. They're using. I heard. I was listening to the news, and it was alleged that they were using AI. They're using artificial intelligence. They're using drones and stuff like that in the game to either assist you or to deter your goal. So I'm really excited about that. I might have to buy a PS5. My dumb ass. I have to buy a PS5 and see what happens. What are they going for now? Like 250, 500? Are they still like 500, $600? Maybe more. I'm not sure, but yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, you got a good memory. Yeah, 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 yeah. I just remember little bits and pieces. I can't remember algebra equations and geometric shapes and stuff like that, but you give me on some GTA or some Grand Theft Auto or I'll remember all of that. All of that will come through. I can help you get affiliate on Twitch. I appreciate that, Doubtful. Salute to you, sir. Bro, streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I mean, if I get the PlayStation, can you? I don't know how you would do that. I don't know the mechanism for doing that. I don't. You have to explain it to my dumb ass. Put it in an email. Here's my email. Okay, good to go. I appreciate that focus because that game was the truth. I mean, I just remember. I mean, the different weapons. There was this one weapon. I don't even think it exists in reality, but it was cool as hell. I think it was called the Nikita. It was like you shoot the missile, and the missile you could direct where it goes. Like that was awesome to me. I was like, damn, that's cool. And Snake had he had first he comes out, he doesn't have any weapons, I don't think at all. He has to, go through the game and pick him up. And it's all about espionage. It's all about sneaking up on the people, you hiding and dodging and getting away from people. It's awesome. Oh, Nikita is real. Oh my god. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't realize that. And I know there's another missile launcher. I think he has a rifle. Can't remember all his weapons, but you just link your account to your PlayStation and click on stream essentially. Okay. I might have to give me one. Give me one for Christmas. They'll probably have a PS6 out by then. Watch. Watch them have a PS6 out, costing $800 or something stupid. It's like, oh, you had the PS5? Man, I got no PS5 now. It's gonna look at me. Okay, I'll do Call of Duty. I tried. I kept killing, dying. Same thing with Halo. Halo, I was always dying. I really didn't die that much, in Metal Gear Solid because it was such a like laid back kind of thing. It's not like direct action, like you're shooting up everybody in front of you. It's just like, okay, these guards are walking around. I'm gonna take you. I remember you take them by the neck, and you strangle them, and then you break their neck. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah, but I digress. We were talking about Barty Gang, talking about Cardi B. I think she's the truth. This is one of the moments where I'm like, everybody's gonna be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, Scott. She's probably lying through her teeth. You don't know what she's saying. You're gullible. Oh, you don't know she's just trying to escape punishment. She's just trying to escape the money. She won a civil suit against one of the personalities, Tasha something Tasha. I can't remember her name, but I just scanned through it, and she won $4 million. That's it, and that pretty much bankrupted her. The Tasha. I'll look it up. Damn it! Can't think of her last name. I want to say Cobb, but that's not right. Tasha. Tasha K. Tasha K. She won a civil suit against Tasha K for $4 million. Cardi's got money. If she doesn't have money, she has prowess on the stage, on the mic. She's probably in my top 20 female artists. Probably in my top 20. She's not in my top 10. Definitely not in my top five. She's probably in my top 20. Just the work ethic, I think she puts, and the fact that she can do anything almost. She can be, very serious and somber and on a privacy invasion of privacy, or outlandish and garish and wild and just looking like a contained mess. Like, if I could say anything about Cardi B, she's a contained mess. She's like, she wants to be ghetto and loud and say all these things and be like a little chihuahua or something like that. But the bitch is real. She's telling the truth. That's what I got from her. I watched 26 minutes of her on the stand, and all her, she wasn't shifting her eyes. She wasn't like, yes, I guess. I don't know. She was like, yes. Yep. Okay. I was there. Yep. I remember. And then it was a receptionist, and the doctor came out. I was just like, okay, she's on it. I can believe her. I believed her, and I continue to. No matter what anybody says, I'm waiting for people to say, "Oh, nigga, you just you'll take anything on face value, whatever." You don't know what you're talking about. Waiting for that, but I have to take a stand. I'm taking a stand for Cardi B. I think that the security guard is a thirsty bitch. She just wants to get Cardi B's money and tarnish her name. It's not like she's gonna go to jail or prison or anything, so it's real like that. So just to make clear, Cardi B is a force to be reckoned with. I think she's on the A list. I think she's an A-list celebrity, especially in hip hop. She's an A-lister. If you sold like you sold with Invasion of Privacy, then you're on the A list, because it's always the question: are they good because they sold, or are they sold because they're good? It's always the question, because there's a big difference between having the ability on the mic, having the ability to create different textures of sound, and being present and knowing what you're doing. I think she was present and knowing what she was doing when she took the stand. That's just me. Um, so Cardi B is going to prevail. I think she's going to prevail. I think what is the jury? Is there a jury? I think there is a jury. I know there's a judge. I know there's attorneys. I know there's a court reporter or a stenographer. I still don't. I always get those mixed up. There's a difference between those two. And I think there is a jury that will award or show that Cardi B is going to be free and clear of all um, liability. That's what the case would be. She would be held liable for any injuries that the security guard sustained during this particular incident. So it just caught my attention. Allhiphop.com. Fellow Delawareans, salute to Chuck Creekmer and Grouchy Greg. Salute to you both. I appreciate you. You're doing the Lord's work. There is no God, but you're doing great work. So I saw that it was at the top of it was the header to their site, and I hope they're getting money from all those goddamn ads. They're all over their site. You can't click. You click down and oh, there's another one popping up. There's another one. Not the only site. I'm not picking on them. There's plenty of other sites that do the same exact thing. They're just trying to get money. I have no problems with that. I'm not going to try to stop anybody from getting that cash. No problems with that. Um, I just prefer, like, if I were to say, like, they need a program like YouTube where you can pay monthly, not have ads. I think that'd be cool. I think that should be the model of every site. Every site should be like that. Every single site should have an option to opt out of the ads and put up money every month. But it's like it's so weird because it's like so many websites are like that that you'd have to be putting up thousands of dollars a year a month probably um, just to keep up with non ads on the or with the ads on the screen. But I digress. Cardi B. Cardi B is the truth anyhow. Is the truth. I like Cardi B. She has a totally different flow. She has a totally different way of doing. She has hits. A lot of kids can't have hits. A lot of kids are struggling and just have one song or they're known for one song. I remember Young M.A. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Where is she now? I mean, she has some songs on the drill, I think, scene, but I, that's all I remember is the ooh. Fetty Wap had like 3 songs, and then he went to jail. It's crazy. You're in the game, and then you're out of the game. Who's I'm in love with the coco. Who's that? Is that OT Genesis? I can't. Let me make. Let me, yeah, OT Genesis. Yeah. Came out with that song. He has other songs, but that's about it that I remember. Panda. Um, what's his goddamn name? Jesus, I'm just oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Designer, designer, Panda, number one, hit number one. He probably made at least 250K, maybe a mil, maybe up to a mil, maybe not that much. But not that much. He had appearances on Ye's album. Cardi B, she came out the game. She came out the gate with her own song, just one song. Nobody else helped her. She came out the gate that way. Tomcat, I see you. I didn't even see you before. This is weird about this chat. Tomcat Hump Day. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Hey Mike. What day is it? Hump Day. Hump Day is cute. I don't know. Hump Day is funny because it's like I love Mondays. Mondays is my greatest day of all time. Wasn't always that way. I used to be like, gotta get back to the grind, gotta get back to school and BS. But after I came out of school, I was like, Monday is cool because I used to work retail, and that could be a day off Monday. I would work on Sunday, and then it'd be a day off on Monday. I digress again. Cardi B took the stand. The civil trial. If it was a criminal trial, she probably wouldn't have taken the stand. It's a civil one. She was very relaxed. She was very poised. She seemed to speak like a lady. She seemed to speak, without ebonics or, gutter talk or slang or anything like that. She really, tried her best to be astute and upright and completely focused on the task. I have to give her that much credit. I'm not, I mean, she's a female, so I could suck her kneecaps and lick her boots, but I'm not going that far. I'm just saying objectively. objectively that she is one of the premier artists, and she is on the stand telling the truth, telling reality, and it seems refreshing. It was very refreshing. I'm like, it looks so weird almost. It just kind of threw me back. She's up behind the mic. ASAP didn't speak. He had a criminal case. Diddy didn't speak. He had a criminal case. I'm trying to think. I think Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy had a civil suit, but it was like it was more like a. This was I still understand. You don't understand. Sexual assault and rape. He was found liable for rape. Liable for rape. He has to pay, I think, $3 to $4 million or something like that, against the person that accused him of such a crime. But this isn't even a criminal. Again, this and that wasn't criminal. That was a civil suit as well. It's um it's apparent that he uh he brought upon himself the idea of being a great and a wonderful rapper. Soldier Boy did, and a lot of people say he was not a government plant, but an industry plant. He was sent to destroy hip hop, as people would say. Oh, like the hater Ice T, Ice T. Oh, this isn't real rap. This isn't the truth. This isn't anything that we should be regarding in the culture or something like that. Which hip hop is not a culture; it is a genre of music. We have to remind ourselves. Mr. True Star Terrain has ingrained in the minds of his supporters that fact. So I mean, Cardi B, she's caught in a free for all. It's a free for all. Hip hop, rap music. She was like, "Hey, look, I'm a mix, you know, um, heritages and cultures. I'm from. I call myself. What she calls herself? I think she calls herself Afro Caribbean, Afro Hispanic, or something like that. Um, but that's the draw of the game. That's the draw of the game. Do whatever you gotta do to get this money. That's the thing I wanted to stress as well. It's part of this, and I'm not mad when like that's what Mr. George Arturian says. He's not. He's like, I'm not trying to stop anybody's money. He'll critique you. He'll get on in your face, but he's not going to stop you from getting paid. Because nobody talks about money in this country or in the world really. Oh, that's impolite. No, pissing on a cardboard box and sleeping right next to your own def- feces, and someone else's urine is running through your domicile. That's impolite. That's not right. So we need to have a conversation about getting this money. We need to have a conversation about wealth creation, like a just a day, a money day. We got so many holidays, so many days. There's hot dog day. There's wash your car day. There's grandparents day. All these different days. There needs to be let's call it this money day. Oh no, no, no. That's impolite. That's not exactly. Somebody going down the street hasn't eaten in 3 days. Got a heroin needle stuck in their arm. That's impolite. That's improper. We need to talk about money more and more every single day. That's why I just like to get my rants off here. But yeah, Cardi. Yeah, Cardi is one of my favorite female rappers. I mean, my favorite song of hers is I like it like that. I also enjoyed the WAP collaboration with Megan Thee Stallion. I thought that was, inspired. It didn't seem contrived. It seemed like they really, wanted to, put it together. They had the, what's it called, the Baltimore club music. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. Um, that got money for it. I think that went, multiple times platinum. That single. She can't. She's only lost her husband. That's what she's lost. She's lost her husband to divorce. I think they're either separated or divorced. Um, she doesn't have Offset anymore. And I was like, I was going for him. I was like, hey, Pimpin, hold that down. Let her get that money, pimp. Get that money. He's from the South. He's a man from the South. I think he's from Atlanta, Georgia. He's got this. He's pimping this New York broad, getting that money. Then they broke up. I was like, oh, can't get that money. Well, maybe he's still getting money. I don't know. Maybe he has to give up money. Child support, restitution. But, Cardi B she's the truth. She's telling the truth. That's encouraging. That's enlightening. That's powerful. The fact that she's able to transition from being a stripper to a reality show star to a rapper slash singer, that's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That kind of gives anyone else the impetus to follow whatever you want to do, whatever you're good at, hone that craft, make sure you're great at it, and that it's marketable, and that you're able to do it. Because there's millions of rappers, millions of singers, millions of people that are like in church. That's one thing that you see. People in church, someone can sing like it's just it ain't nobody's business. Someone can sing just like that. And then, but they can't figure out how to get a deal. They can't figure out how to work a label. They can't figure out how to, do any of that. They can sing to Jesus, you know. You sing, gospels in the word, but that's about it. I think that Cardi B has the opportunity to really just show. I mean, like I said, they had her in a position where it was like she the attorney was asking her, "All right, do you know what a discovery is?" She was like, "Yeah," or like, "Yes," or like she was like, "Maybe, kind of, no, I don't know." That's a face, that's a reaction that is kind of like honest. She's processing like probably heard of the discovery in relation to legal terms. Then he gave, like I said, some really obscure, you know, um, names that apply to discovery. She was like, no. She's like, no, I never, I don't know what discovery is in that. I'm putting words in, paraphrasing in that regard. She wasn't really up to it. But that didn't deter her. She kept the confidence. She kept the level of grace. She seemed very, well put together. She seemed very, you know, um, into it, into the questioning period. Like I said, I don't believe this thirsty bitch security guard. I don't believe her. I think she just wants money. And the fact that Cardi B switches wigs, like some people will switch uh, cigarettes after a shift at work, you know, um, That's pretty cool. I mean, she can do that. She has, I think she has like pretty much long, flowing, natural hair. She enjoys wearing those probably $2,000 wigs. They're not cheap, so she's flauning it. She's showing, and she can show herself as as a a presentable young woman. What is she? 34? Can't remember. I can look it up right now. In fact, let me see. She's 32. Excuse me, 32. Callis Malinas Almanzar. Almanzar. Excuse me. She'll be 33 in October. I mean, that's what they were asking about. The attorney was asking, okay, so those are them long nails, you know? And she said, and then the security guard said she scratched her and she had to get plastic surgery. Where would she get the money to get plastic surgery? That ain't cheap. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm trying to figure it out right now. For all her foibles and everything she has errors in, she is mainly she's a self-made person. She's a self-made woman. The little bitch, you can't F with me if you wanted to. These are expensive. These are red bones. These are bloody shoes. Like she just came out the gate gunning. Now she's got a song sampling Jay Z, Imaginary Players with a Z at the end. You can believe that. That's awesome, I think. This trial could be like free publicity for her records, you know? As like again, I said this is so weird how state courts, they can have TVs and radios and video cameras in the courtroom, but not federal. I just why? What difference does it make? Really, what difference does it make if it's federal or state? Because one is more serious than the other. Is it really? There was a murder charge. You may have heard of it. Warrenthal James Simpson. It involved. That was definitely court, covered by video, and it was broadcast throughout the world. And that was a double homicide. And then you have somebody like um, Diddy, he got off on prostitution charges, but you can only see the sketches. I Somebody break that down to me, Barney style. Break that down to me like I'm a 5-year-old. I'm not. I don't understand what that corresponds. I don't understand. I need clarification. And whoever's in here, make sure you tell 12,000 other people that I'm live. I'm tired of 01, 0230 30 mess. I need 12,000 people in my live right now. Everybody said they got friends. Stop on the internet. In the Facebook. Oh, I have 1,000 friends on Facebook. I have 990 subscribers. Where are they? Where the hell are my subscribers? Do they have a bell? Do they not know? Are they not notified? What the hell else do I have to do? I'll do it. I don't care. As long as it doesn't infringe upon my integrity and my honesty, I'll do it because I need to get these numbers up. So I have two people in here. Show yourself in the live chat. Why aren't you saying anything? Say something so I can respond to you. We can have a conversation. That'd be awesome. Doc Focus is the only one that ever came in and Tomcat said humped it. You know? Goofy. Whatever. I had two views. Two, two views on what was that, Sunday? Two views. Black Cuddy. See, I knew it was somebody. I knew somebody had to be in here. Now it's up to three. Now it's down to two. Salute to Black Cuddy. Salute to Black Cuddy. He is one of my day ones. He's going back, I think, at least to 2003. I think so. 2023. It's not always mix it up. 2023. 2023 is when I started this, and then 2024, and then this year. So it's been 2 years plus. Rick James comes into the picture. Rick James is ninja watching today. I am cleaning the house and watching you on the plasma screen TV. Salute to you, sir. Mr. Rick James, of course. Mr. Rick James. So I appreciate everybody that came through today. Definitely. Still got time left. It's a weird situation. Trying to get enough people in here. So, Cardi B is the truth. Anyhow. Anyhow. I don't care what nobody say. She's great. She's excellent. She's the best in her craft right now. I think she's better than Megan Thee Stallion. I think she's better than Glorilla. I think she's better than um, Doechii. I think she's better than uh, Sexy Red. All right, salute to that, Black Cuddy. I salute you, sir. He says, taking care of business at work with one ear pierced to my ear. I appreciate you, sir. See, that's dedication and that's honor. That's honor. You're honoring my business, respecting me while you're handling your business. I respect that. Definitely. Make sure you don't get any strikes against you for having my show played on your earpiece or anything like that. I don't want you to get reprimanded or anything like that. But I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Now it's up to three. Three likes. Three people in here. What am I, Rick James? If you can go back to your if you can go back to your computer after you're cleaning and watch me on the plasma. Does anybody still have plasmas? I thought those got phased out like in the mid 2000s. Is it really? Is it the new TVs? Are they plasma? Why aren't you covering the little situation? Because Mr. Choice Our Terrain is. Thank you, Rick James. Mr. Choice Our Terrain already covered the Lil Nas X, and I don't want to just overlap and just say the same thing or try to find a weird angle. I can say, oh well, Lil Nas X is from a different planet. That's the reason why. Or something stupid like that. I don't know. But nobody I saw was talking about this on their live. So I don't know. Maybe people are talking about it or not. But I just thought it was interesting because nobody says what's obvious. Like, yes, that's a wig. There's no question that's a wig. Like, and why does she switch him up like that? She wants to switch up her style. That's not cool. I'm crying over him. Oh my god. The Or man young he meant to say the poor young man. Well, he brought it upon himself. That's all. He brought it upon himself. He's out here. His mother's out here. She's got fiend wisdom. She, she knows, the ins and outs of stardom. even though she's hanging over. She's got a hangover probably, or she's got some kind of withdrawal, allegedly, allegedly from some kind of narcotic, allegedly, or she could just be like that. I don't know. I can't tell. It just seems that could be wrong. Now we got four people in here. All right, so I have to stay a little longer. I guess later on in the day things get special. This isn't properly calibrated. What the hell? She's keeping her wits about it. That's why it seems to be humorous. Is because she's kind of witty. She's kind of thoughtful. She's like not phased. She's not afraid or anything. I mean, we've seen that before. Even in the Common song. You know, um, testify. The woman's like, "Could you please let me testify? They accuse me of a crime." Talking about her husband, the boyfriend, like that. And I'm not gonna give it away, but she's testifying, and then you see what happens at the end to the boyfriend or male or husband or something like that regarding that story and that song. It's a great song, a great album, 20 years ago. This year, this is real life truth, and I really think that Cardi B is telling all of the truth, not even some of it, but all of it. Everything. Yeah, so Cardi B, long nails. I think she had really long nails at one point. She had like 2 or 3 inch nails or something like that. I'm not sure if she had that. She's gotta be careful with these nails. How does she properly cleanse herself after using the restroom for number two? That's what I want to know about. She get clumps. I don't want to get graphic, but and just you scratch yourself. You're out, you're back there, doing your business. And, ooh, I just kind of scratched myself a little bit. But anyway, yeah. So Cardi B is the truth. Cardi B is the reality. I'm pulling for her. I'm rooting for her as much as I can objectively. Because if they find out, she's BSing, then I can flip on like a blackjack on a Sunday morning too, like Mr. Star Terrain said. I can flip on easy. But I'm just telling the truth, just with my own eyes and ears. It doesn't seem like she's at all, lying or evading or anything like that. She was very straightforward and upfront, and took the questions seriously, weighed them. It was like she had yes or no. She had pretty much good, yes or no, and then she explained herself on some occasions. It was very direct. It was like, yes, I do. I did. That didn't happen. No, that didn't happen. No. A lot of people can't do that. I was looking at the ASAP Rocky trial. And his friend, I can't even think of he was ASAP something, and I can't remember his name. He was on trial. He damn near, put himself in the hole. Like he was going hard. He was like, "No, I didn't do that. I didn't going off and talking all this stuff." And the judge was like, "All you have to do is answer yes or no." He was like, "All right," He was just like he was a hothead, and he didn't fare well. But ASAP Rocky knocked it out. But somehow I beat some charges like Rocky. Now has a double entendre after the fact of that song, Izzo by Jay Z. Um, it is apparent that she did her damnedest to present herself to be as somebody that had worth and somebody that had the ability to show herself to be of good standing. That's the reality. Never mind the wigs, never mind the fingernails, never mind the makeup and the hair, and I was gonna say the hair, but makeup and the outfits and the big bottom and the large top. She's still a human being under all this. We have to recognize the fact that she's telling the truth. She has integrity. She's not just trying to save her own ass, which she is, but not just. She's trying to tell the truth. She's doing that. She's telling the truth. There is no God, but the God's honest truth. So, Rick James, if you put on a show, I would definitely watch it. And I would love to see you talk about Lil Nas X. I would love to see that. I might even pay to see that. You're still out there, Rick James. I know you're cleaning. You're not at a computer screen, probably on your uh, mobile device. I know I'm on the big screen, as I should be. So, Cardi B going down in history. Another rapper on trial, even though it's a civil case. That is the gist of all this. That is the might. That is the power. It gives us a chance to understand better our own sense of worth. We could all be on the stand. Anybody can take the stand one day. Anybody. Depending on whatever the court case is, depending on all of that. Very simple. Doesn't take much. It's very straightforward, the justice system. It's broken, but it's not completely shattered. It's got like one of those spider, it's got a fractured, you know, windshield, and but it's still intact somewhat. It's broken but not beaten. Kind of thing. Rich James says, let's see someone up. Okay. Stitch, Stitch says it's broken, but it's all good. Yes, still good. Okay, so go to YouTube. Go to youtube.com. Excuse me if I said something wrong. Go to YouTube, type in dot focus, DOTFOCUS underscore. Get his subscriptions, his subscribers up, get his likes up, get his comments up. Make sure you support that man. Yes, it's still good. That's Rick James, my number 2 supporter. He used to be number 3, now he's number 2. Dot focus got good aim. Pause. Cardi B, hair, them wigs, probably cost $2,500 or more. Them nails probably cost $300 or more just to get them done. Allegedly, I'm not sure, but I'm just alleging. She's made it her business to be like that. You have to respect it. You have to respect that she's. I like girly girls. Tomboys are cool too. I like girly, girly and hair done, nails done, everything did, and I enjoy that. Petite, so some kind of figure, sometimes wide hips, ample bosom. That's what I enjoy in a female. But more so, I enjoy her mind, the way she carries herself, the way she thinks, the way she points herself in the direction of intellectual endeavor. Cardi B is the poor man's Nicki Minaj. No, she's her own. Don't give me that poor man's Nicki mess. She's the truth. Quit. Quit what? You don't quit. Oh, just don't quit. I enjoy when women has a rocking body that just don't quit. Okay. Yeah. She definitely has a female body that is, very vivacious, pure. They say, Puerto Ricans like Jennifer Lopez has a large bottom because she's dirty poultry. She's a PR that eats dirty poultry. That's why she has a big bottom. Lord Striker, former janitor at Goop Scoop Curry. Clown faces. I have no idea what the hell that means. What are you trying to say, Lord Striker? I have no idea what this means. I was just about to get the hell out of here. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit more to get some more uh, views, hopefully, in the effort to get more subscribers. What are you talking about, Lord Striker? What's the clown? What is this clown business? What are you talking about? I don't attach some words to what you're describing in emojis. My favorite story you ever told was the one with the ugly mommy milkers. I don't remember that story. I don't know what you're talking about. We have a hater. Thank you. I need that hate. I need daily hatred. Lord Striker says you ain't terrain. No, no ish. No ish. I know I'm not terrain. I'm Mr. Scholar Saunders. Lord Striker, and then emojis again because he's scared like a child. He makes emojis. He can't properly express himself. Who is this terrain that everyone talks about? This is Mr. Troy Star Terrain. Star Report. Starreport. You have to look him up, Rick James. He's the reason why I'm doing this. Literally, the reason why. Not like I was inspired by him and like I wanted to be a broadcaster. I'm a writer. I'm a writer, and now that's my main hustle. Is to write. But I said, you know what? I could probably make some money off of this too. So I put it up, and I got views. I got 989 subscribers. I have over 124,000 views. So, did you take your meds today? I would answer that question, but you're not. You don't have a wrench. You gotta give me more people. Poser. I love that. Poser. I would admit that I'm a poser, but I'm totally different. Did you take your meds today? That's a good question. Give me 20 or $50 and I'll answer it. How about that? I needed a hater. I was waiting for the haters. I was waiting for a fake ass Saunders to come through. That chinker. Oh, that's cute. Sissy. She, whatever that person is a Sissy Saunders. I'm not the Sissy Saunders. But thank you, Lord Striker. That was cute. That was cute. And you're a scary little person. You might be a little boy or a little girl, but you use emojis in a way that you can't explain yourself. You just say random little things. It's really corny and sad. And you might be a pervert, allegedly. I appreciate it. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for adding to my viewer count. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. So Cardi B is, you know, Gonna go down in history as one of the greatest MCs ever. Rick James says the lady when you were doing your services that showed you her mommy milkers, you gave them two thumbs down. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what story you're talking. I thought you were talking about the written story. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true though. Yeah, that's a fact. She showed me and I was like, no, I give those, I give those uh, tatas two thumbs down. The milk is going bad. Oh, here we go. He even spelled his name wrong. Lord Striker says, nigga, wish he's Toy to Ryan. Can't even spell his name right, but that's the way he is. I'm my own man. Mr. Troy Train has never quoted his fictional stories on his broadcast. He's never talked about Delaware with an extensive detail. I'm my own person. I do things my own way. He does things his way. Yeah, yay. I misspelled by my mistake cornball. You have really terrible English, you know, you have terrible diction. You might want to work on that. You might want to go back to school. You have horrible diction, Lord Striker. I ain't gonna call you Lord Striker. I'm gonna call you Peasant Striker. Peasant Striker, the goofy. Now we're down to four. I might do what I did the other day, where I was like, when it goes down to zero again, that's when I'm out of here. So Cardi B is definitely the truest. I didn't hear that from anybody. I didn't hear that from Mr. Starts Rain. I didn't hear that from anybody else. I'm just saying from observation, from my eyes and ears. I think she is the truth. I think she is what makes hip hop great. I think she is everything. And I can hear snickers and laughs of people saying, "Oh my God, this nigga has no clue." But and I'm not saying she's not Rock Kim or even Queen Latifah or something like that. She's not even Lil Kim or anything like that. But she has a message, and I appreciate what she does. I appreciate what she does for the game. What she does is comparable to rock stars in the past. Not trying to say she has to be that way, but she has loud voice. I find it hard to listen. She big mouth. Rick James is going in on Cardi B. I like the loud voice. I like the yeah 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 on the track. Maybe not in real life, but on the track, I like her barking and yelling like a little chihuahua. You know, cute, cute, adorable. Oh yeah, I like the song Money. It's one of my favorite songs. Money. I don't need any money. But I like more than text. I like with bigger text or something like that. I can't remember exactly. That was just money, money. So I'm hovering around four and fives. Oh, peasant striker again. Here we go. Not not too bright. Not one of the bright ones. Not too brilliant. That's all I can say. He can't say anything witty. At least some of my other trolls and haters say things that are comical or kind of have some kind of bit of wit to them. Peasant striker says corny, like corny. And no, you are corny. Not even put phrase it in the form of a sentence, but you just corny, not even you're corny, corny. Like that's just that how little brain cells that peasant striker has. He's just showing himself, or she's just showing herself, whoever is showing herself, to be a little girl, a little boy, you're a little girl, fat little girl. You- You're a fat little girl. And he spelled is his own name wrong. So Cardi B is the truth. You thrown that like chicks that still play with. Yeah, yeah, you got retracted. Retract that mess. I don't even. That was probably gonna be corny, as you have pointed out. Okay, now the rainbows. Okay, that was cute. Once again, can't explain herself verbally. Can't explain herself with words. Has no game in terms of speaking or expressing himself properly. There's no game whatsoever. He's a scared little girl. You like chicks that still plays with Barbies. Can you read this one, Scott Law? That was really cool. That was really whack. That was really whack. And then clown face. What a what a just a train wreck this peasant striker is. But I need peasant strikers. I need the peasant strikers. This is the reason why I have 990 uh different viewers or subscribers. You have 6 subscribers, peasants, peasant striker. And I'm not knocking you for that. That's fine. Good for you. Have 6 subscribers. But when you come at people that have 990 subscribers, that's when it's a problem. There's no problem. There's no shame in having 6 subscribers. I had 6 subscribers for a long time. So, but you're coming at people, you're trying to get your weight up, but it's not working for you. You're obviously not going to get any more subscribers off of this. So hit the like, smash that like button. Make sure you get the likes. I have 5 people in here, 3 likes. Need 2 more to match up to how many people are in here. See how many more I can get. Whatever happened to YouTube subscribe? I don't know, but every time that he or she or whatever whoever that person was, they always said something about bussy. I was just like, what the hell? That was crazy. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just going through some things, trying to straighten up the live. You have 900 subs. How come you have 5 people in your live? I don't know. That's a great question, but that was your freebie question. I like you asking a intelligible question. But I'll give you that as your bingo free card. You can't ask any more questions. You got to pay up. But I will answer that question. I don't know. I have no idea how this works, how this functions. I don't know why I have 990 people in here or as subscribers. And there's only 5 people in here. I don't know how that works. I don't get that. I don't know what's more lazy, your slurred speech or that right eye of yours. Probably my right eye. My right eye is very lazy. Whoa. Rob 30. Okay, so 990 subscribers obviously shows that somebody's checking for me. They just might be handling different business. I don't know what it is, but that's just the case. It's the same reason why, Mr. Troy Star Terrain has over 300,000 subscribers, but he only gets about 57 to 70,000 views on his live, on his shows. Why doesn't he get 300,000 subscribers or viewers on his show? Rob 30,000 ish. I thought you had a wrench. Hold on. Rob 30,000 ish needs a wrench. Rob 30,000 ish needs a wrench. That's what I meant to do. Now he has a wrench. I want to know what happened to YouTube subscriber. I hope he's okay. Cope Harder? What is Cope Harder? I don't know what Cope Harder means. I know what hate harder means. You need to hate harder, peasant striker. We got 5 likes, 5 people. I am not mad. More views, more likes. Helps out. Helps out. And of course, the rebroadcast helps out. Cardi B. Cardi B is, in a state of, calmness, I think. I think she's very calm. I think she has that that bit of, just peace about her situation because she's telling the truth. She wasn't telling the truth. Her eyes would be darting. She'd be looking around. She'd be trying to figure out what's going on. She'd be trying to understand. Cardi B was a prostitute before hitting the. Okay, we're not going to go into prostitution, sir. I'm not sure about that. I know she was a stripper. There's no, I have no way to confirm nor deny the fact that she was a prostitute. Slow that down. Slow that down. Hitting it big time in the USA. No, strippers are not all prostitutes. It's not. That's a fallacy. That's a myth. I'm not up to speed with this wig swap. Is this on social media? Looks like you try to sell media, but I understand what you're saying, Rob. Um, yeah, she wore different wigs in the court. She was wearing a pixie wig one day, real close and short cropped. Then she wore a long flowing blonde wig. The other one was black. This one's like a dark brown, and this one is bright blonde. They're just like the attorney just made that observation. He's like, so you get is that your real hair? What happened with your hair? Like those are wigs. And then he had an answer. This was really pertaining to this issue because the plaintiff, she said that She had scratches on her face because of Cardi B's nails, and she had to get plastic surgery to remedy the situation. So that's the gist of it. That's the gist. Oh, that was cute. That wasn't my line. That's number 9. It's Gene Richmond. That was cute though. Peasant. Thank you, Peasant. Everybody give Peasant a hand clap. Rick James, Rob 30,000 ish. Make sure you clap for Peasant Striker. Everybody put applause up. I'll give you a chance to put up a applause emoji if you want. Thank you, Rick James. Thank you for the applause. That's right. Applaud Peasant Striker. He got a cute one off. She may not have been a traditional prostitute, but she has turned tricks. Pay attention. That is fact. She admitted to that. She admitted to doing what like Bill Cosby did. She I don't even know if I'm saying this right, but from what I understand, she allegedly drugged guys and then stole their money. That's what I understand. I may be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. She said that. There you go. It's all hate. It's all love for the hater. This it's a subjective hater. Peasant striker. Pray. We're off 30,000 instances. Rick James says, I heard a rumor that Cardi B and Ye, formerly known as Kanye, had a thing going on, but they both knew it was wrong, but it was much too strong to let it go now. Isn't that a song? That's a song, Rick James. I think that's it might be Teddy Pendergrass, if I'm not mistaken. I think I am mistaken, but I know that's a song. Excuse me, that was Billy Paul and the song Me and Mrs. Jones. Okay, peasant, you gotta send in some money. Why are you know, he got a question. I'm not even gonna ask the question, but you gotta send in money. You gotta send in at least $20 for me to answer that question. My Cash App is on the screen is on the live chat right now. You need Venmo or PayPal, let me know. If it has a question mark, it has to be followed up by a dollar sign, sir. Rick James is trying to tell you. Trying to tell you. Only way. Maybe as the day progresses, I get more viewers. I mean, I had 0 for the longest. I got 6. Mind your business, Richard. Okay, Richard's probably gonna get at you now. Rick, it's Mr. Rick James. He's a veteran. He's a bisexual man. He's a strong man that pays his bills. He's a strong man that has a beautiful young lady. Tell him, Rick James, do what you gotta do. Stolen valor. Okay. How's that stolen valor? Rick James, you were in the army, weren't you? Or was the Air Force? Is the Army? Route 30,000, it says a thing did wait a minute, the thing Cardi did clarify yesterday she isn't black, so we can stop that argument. Thank there is no God, but thank God she is not black. Let that be known. She calls herself Afro Caribbean or Hispanic, Afro Hispanic or something crazy. So as long as she says she's not black, then I'm okay with it. She is not black. She ain't Afro. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Route 30-ish. She ain't Afro nothing. No black parents. No black grandparents. Stop this narrative. Exactly. Joseline, Mara, Zoe, Saldana, Jarrell, Jerome. These are all Latin people of African descent. Facts. 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 This is the truth. Peasant striker with the medium mid grade of attacks. Medium peasant striker reminds me of like Iran trying to send over missiles to the Iron Dome, and like 99% of the rockets get knocked out of the sky because of the Iron Dome over Israel. That's the kind of things I think peasant strikers are. Look at Cardi B family. Nothing black about it. Her own sister doesn't even claim to be Afro Latina. That's it. Afro Latina. That's right. Is Richard quiet now? He's cleaning. He's got stuff to do. He's a grown man in his own house, and he's 75 years old. He's still going strong. Got a 24-year-old girlfriend. I don't know if he's quiet. He just might not be have the time for losers like Peasant Striker. But I could be wrong. I'm testing this out. Let me see what happens. Go there and see what happens. Let me see. Okay, I just the link. And he says, "Yeah, I'm sure, dude. Like, he must be a white boy. He has that. He has that. Condescending. Look down upon. Kind of thing. Oh well, dude. What a loser. With looser. Are you trying to spell things differently and wrongly? What time did today's stat live start? I think it started around 11:05 something. Do this Como. Striker bum ass, you wish you could strike a woman in general. See, Rick James gets at you. He used something that was clever. Striker's not clever. Peasant Striker is not a clever person. He or she doesn't have the repertoire of intellectual discourse. White man means energy. Cardi B, you will always be mine. You'll forever live in my mind. She's one of the greatest. She's one of the greats. I don't care. I don't care how many writers she has. I don't care how many wigs she wears. I don't care how many times she changes her nails. I don't care. I like her style. I like how the way she moves. I like the fact that she says she's not black, like 30, around 30,000 inch pointed out. Sir, would you take 15 minutes with Cardi B to do what? Okay, does Cardi B have sex appeal? Yes. Rob 30,000 is like, does she have talent or skills? No, or something like that. I'm just anticipating it, just waiting for him to say something like that. She definitely has sex appeal. 15 minutes for a pump and dump. Oh my god. You have to crash, smash, splash, and dash in that order. I mean, I enjoy the fact that she has a very feminine figure. I do like that. I enjoy that. But then there's the point where it's like you have to be very careful around Cardi B's, like people that are like Cardi B, you know, because that's like the drag queen and the the transformer kind of outfit. You know, their way of conveying themselves. You have to look, so much like a female that they go overboard. She has areolas the size of large oatmeal cookies. I like the music written for her. Man. Exactly, the music written for her. Just go down the credits. The whole list of people. It's not even like a game. Let me see. Hold on. Writers: James Steed, Matthew Allen, Robert Williams, Jermaine Crayon, Anthony Tucker, Maurice Jordan, Jordan Thorpe, Quavis Marshall, Kiari Cephas, Kirsnick Ball, Joshua Cross, Gary Fontaine, James Ford III, Philip Coleman, Dion Norman, Derek Ordone, Jordan Houston, Paul Bergard, Todd Shaw. I can go on and on and on. He's got plenty of writers, but I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad. It used to be the thing in contention in hip hop. You don't write your own stuff. You can't be in the hip hop community. You're not going to be looked at as an official person. But I look at it as screenwriters. Screenwriters write movies. You don't see the. I mean, there are certain directors and writers that act in their movies too, like Spike Lee. People that who else? He was forgetting me now. I'm forgetting. Tarantino. You know, uh, Quentin Tarantino. He writes his own and directs his movies, and sometimes he acts in them. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad when people have. Look at Diddy. Diddy was a rapper. Technically, he had people write for him. He was on my top 10. Now he's knocked off maybe my top 50, top 70, top 90. We're at 30,000 inch. How do you know about her areolas? You seen pictures of her nude? I don't think I may have missed that. Have you seen video? She should do a versus Glorilla, the gorilla. It would be special. Well, I think Glorilla's catalog is a little longer. Her catalog might be longer than um, Cardi B's. We'll look that up. How many how many albums does Glorilla have? It's Friday night. Discography. Okay, that might work. She only has one album out too. Glorious. Okay, I like that. Rob 30,000 ish. I like that. You should do a versus Gorilla. A few years ago, there was some nip slip. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I can rock with that. I like that idea. Definitely. I can rock with that. Cardi B versus Glorilla. That'd be awesome. I can rock with that. Definitely. I think Glorilla's cute too. She's a good looking young lady. She's smart. She has ideas. She's thoughtful. Any woman with an intellect, like I don't care how her physical body may be looking, she will be the most sexy thing in the world to me. She has an intellect. So we're down to 3 viewers, 5 likes. Okay. I'm up to 24 total views though. That's not bad. Now we're up to 990. Yeah, I'm celebrating. I'm only 10 more away. 10 more subscribers away. Now I think I'm gonna call. I think we exhausted most of the time. I appreciate everybody that came through. Thank you, Rob 30,000 ish. We have your wrench now, sir. Thank you to Rick James. Thank you to Dot Focus. Thank you to Tomcat. And of course, thank you to Peasant Striker. I appreciate you for hating. Hate, 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 hate. hate. The rapper and the DJ used to rhyme together. Who cares if she has a ghostwriter of 7? Exactly. Who cares? I don't care. All right. So I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much. Take